Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my first ever trade slash market recap. Unfortunately, I did not participate in this move. However, my idea and my narrative still played out and did exactly what it is that I wanted to see. So I'm going to go ahead and just run you guys through my whole top-down analysis coming into market open. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and just hop straight into it. So I went ahead and started off on the daily. I saw that from this low to this high, we were in a discounted area, and on top of that, we had this unfilled daily imbalance above. So let me go ahead and just open up ES real quick as well. Let me take off the gaps because it's kind of annoying. But anyways, going back to what I was saying. So we had this unfilled imbalance up here, and we were in this discounted area. I was bullish because I did want to see this bearish gap get filled. So if you go back onto the 4 hour, at the times you can see here, this is a 6 a.m. candle. So this is the 10 a.m. candle that we're currently in. So coming to market open, we were inside of this bullish 4 hour fair value gap. So we're inside this bullish 4 hour fair value gap here. So the reason I waited to take a trade after 10 a.m. was because 6 a.m. candle was going to tell us a lot. Either we respect this bullish gap and we move higher, or we violate it and we move lower, as you can clearly see we did here. So I waited to 10 a.m. Let me go ahead and just go back to 10 a.m. Start new. So let me go ahead and just backtrack this to the entry model. So going back to 10 a.m., right? We can see we ended up violating that gap. And we could see here, in the process of that, we also formed this bearish 15-minute gap that broke through this low. So if you guys don't already know this, the first 15 to 30 minutes of market open will give you a lot of information. You'll respect the key level and you'll displace in a certain direction. And any 15-minute fair value gaps that you make within the first 15 to 30 minutes of market open, if those are valid, those should hold and send price in the intended direction. This was what I took away from today's market open. 4 hour bullish gap got violated, and we opened up this 15-minute gap that broke these lows. And on top of that, we also have a very obvious AMD model, power of 3. So you have Asia accumulated, London also accumulated. So you can see here coming into market, not market, but pre-market at 8:30, we manipulated this into this 15-minute gap, and we displaced heavily breaking structure. So very obviously, we want to move to the downside. So going to the actual trade model, we could see here, price ended up coming into the 15. We swept out liquidity right here. And with the sweep of liquidity, we pretty much got some nice displacement to the downside that was, pretty fast and rapid. So we sub liquidity, we come up, we break structure, and on top of that, we also violated this 1 minute gap. So we have an IFVG, we have breaking structure, and we have a change in state of delivery. I have literally everything that I wanted to see here in my trade. Now, the reason I didn't enter this was because I am, what the fuck? My fault. The reason I did not enter this was just for the simple fact that this heavily skewed my risk to reward. So as you can see, it turned it from a 2 to 1 to a 1 to basically just a fucking 101. And since I am on a 50K account, I only like to risk up to $500 per trade, which is 1%. So if I were to have market entered here, it turned my $500 trade into about an $850, $900 trade, which for me, I'm on a 50K account. I'm just not comfortable risking that amount of money. So what I ended up doing was I set a limit here. I wanted to see, price come back into the change of state of delivery and then, sell off. But as you can see, we go ahead and play the market forward. Unfortunately, that just never fucking happened. So pretty much just had to watch this whole move pan out. Didn't get a single 5-minute retrace or anything, and it goes into Tuesday's previous day low, as you can see here. As you can see, we didn't even fill in any imbalances. We had this 5-minute, no top wick. The market was very clearly bearish. So unfortunately, although yes, I was not able to participate in this move, nonetheless, I'm still very happy and I'm very content that my idea and my narrative played out. Everything that I wanted to see come into market happened. So, at the very least, I can take that away from it. Unfortunately, I was not able to participate in this move, but that's basically my whole thought process. That's pretty much how I came into the market this morning. The 4 hour fair value gap was playing a huge part in my bias. So, if this got respected, I would have been looking for longs. But, since it got violated, and also we had an SMT up here with ES, I was very interested in the shorts into here and to here. But unfortunately, I was not able to catch a single retrace. As you can see here, didn't tap a single 5-minute at all whatsoever. The 1-minute gaps didn't even get filled. So unfortunately, no trade for me today. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys can take something away from this and learn something from it. So if you guys want like more trading content, more educational content, just make sure you hit me with the follow. Go ahead and subscribe. Like the video. All those good things. But again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys all have a blessed day. If you did participate in this move, kudos to you. Good job. Keep up the good fucking work.